Hey guys, welcome back to the other side of the coin. Look, there's a ton of things to talk about, so I want to get through all of the news side of things, and then of course I want to focus on the whole, Carabao Cup fourth round, I believe, against Spurs. I want to talk about the whole match, press conference, my formation, the lineup, and whatnot. So guys, let's get straight into the news side of things first, which I have to share with you guys. First of all, Marcos Alonso fiasco with Frank Lampard. So there's a really good article that's out in the Athletic. I strongly urge you guys, if you like, enjoy watching my videos, please, I recommend that. Check out the Athletic. They've got some really good articles about Chelsea, and these are top journalists that are talking about Chelsea. So check in on that. So they've got an article about the whole Marcos Alonso and Frank Lampard issue. So what happened basically after that shocking match performance for Marcos Alonso? Apparently, obviously when he was subbed off at halftime, he did not join the team back in the stands with them. He pretty much just went straight to the team bus and just waited there, did not join back. And Frank Lampard was furious at the end of the match and absolutely went off at Alonso in front of all the players. Pretty much said to him that, don't make this issue just about yourself. Be there for the team, so on and so forth, more along those lines. And he was really angry. He saw the players, and this report was basically saying that they've never ever seen Frank in that particular attitude. So angry, so upset about the whole situation. So guys, look, in my personal view, I think that's perfect. Of course, I don't want to see Alonso give us disaster classes after disaster classes, but that particular situation was required. I needed this team to have a kick up the backside, and I think Frank, with that particular situation, was able to get through to the team. And I hope that this is a catalyst to basically wake up the team for the rest of the season, that this kind of performances are not going to be accepted. So on to the next topic, which is Tammy Abraham. Tammy Abraham as well, guys, after the match was pretty humble about it, and pretty much said he actually blamed himself. He was saying that, yes, we were down 1-0, but then there was an opportunity, which clearly there was, for Tammy Abraham to level the match off the back of Reece James' cross. And of course, there was an opportunity for Timo Werner as well from the cross of Mason Mount against West Brom, obviously, in this match. So this particular match against West Brom has created a lot of noise, and rightly so. It had to. We must wake up. And Tammy's pretty much said that, look, we've got to get better at scoring up front and taking our opportunities, because oppositions are pretty much taking their opportunities. They get one opportunity, they score. So, and he was also saying that we need to cut out the mistakes that we're doing individually as a team. We've got to stop these mistakes and give ourselves some opportunity. So I think this is a very good note from Tammy, in the sense that if you look at all the games we've played already this season, there were majority of the goals, I would even say 90% of the goals, were all due to individual mistakes. Probably one which was against Liverpool, but that again, it was due to the red card that we had. The first goal that Liverpool scored was really through open play. They completely opened us up and then put in that cross, which was fantastic play from Liverpool. So yeah, good note for Tammy Abraham for the rest of the team to realise as well. Now, next one, which is RubenLoftusCheek, guys. RubenLoftusCheek has not featured at all, I believe since the Brighton game, to be honest. So did not feature against Liverpool, did not feature against Barnsley in the Carabao Cup, did not feature against our last match against West Brom. So guys, Frank has come out. There's once again, I think there's another quality article in the Athletic stating that possibly RubenLoftusCheek will be going out on loan. Frank was saying that Ruben is looking for a lot of games to play, and at the moment he just simply has too much competition in the squad for him to have that prolonged session of games, game after game after game. So watch this space for RubenLoftusCheek, guys. I think he will be out on loan. There's a lot of clubs out there. Recently, there's talks about Aston Villa. I wouldn't mind actually Aston Villa because of John Terry scenario over there. I think he will be looked after very well. And Aston Villa, they look like a pretty good team this season. I know it's early days, but they're looking really, really sharp. So, they've got the likes of, Grealish over there, McGinn over there. So it's a good team. And RubenLoftusCheek, I'm pretty sure he'll start and get a good opportunity if he goes there. Now, on to the next topic, which is basically, let's look at some other, loan moves and players that could go out. Rudiger has been rumoured to go towards West Ham. Apparently, there's some talks that West Ham wants to take him on a loan. Rudiger's another player that's not been featured in this particular team at all since the start of the season, and he's apparently quite shocked about the whole situation. I'm not really sure why he's shocked. He's been really, really poor last season. So watch this space. He's probably going to be moving out. And Jorginho, apparently there's strong interest now again from PSG. So, and he's another player that honestly I don't think he will see much more minutes. He could possibly start tomorrow. I don't think so. But, obviously now that Kovacic is back and Kante is back, the last two games, it's been, Kovacic, Kante or Barkley, really no Jorginho in the scene. So I'll be very surprised once again if I see Jorginho up against Spurs, tomorrow. Tonight, basically UK time. Now, let's talk about the whole Spurs match, guys. I want to take the rest of the time in the video to talk about this whole match. First of all, the press conference, guys, few things Frank Lampard has said. He's praised Callum Hudson-Odoi, and that's the exact thing we need. The impact he had off the bench against West Brom, playing in the left side, left wing, and looked busy. His passing was good. He was more decisive. He was taking players on, and that's the exact impact that we need. He was one of the instigators in order to get us back into the game. Obviously, Mason Mount was a big instigator, and Callum Hudson-Odoi was a great partner for him to get us back into the game. And he scored a really, really lovely second goal, which was intricate passing that we saw with Werner, Kai Havertz slipping that ball in, and that's exactly what we want to see from Callum Hudson-Odoi, and it was good attitude. So he talked about that. He then talked about that Mendy is ready. Chilwell's going to be ready for the match as well. He'll be in the squad. Pulisic and Ziyech, guys, they're still out. I don't know what has happened to these two guys in regards to, because Ziyech, to be honest, when you look at the friendly match, it looked like it didn't look that serious. You thought that maybe a couple of weeks he'll be off, but he's been off for a good 4 or 5 weeks now, and I really wonder what's going on there. Hopefully he's back. He has said that they will join, or they have joined training, but it's light training. So hopefully they will be back after the international break. I don't really see how they even start against Palace. Hopefully after the international break, both Ziyech and Pulisic are back. But good news, Mendy and Chilwell are definitely in the squad. Now, guys, that's pretty much what the press conference was about. Now, in regards to my formation and lineup, I think the formation that I would go with, first of all, I do want to say that, guys, I want to take this game seriously. There's a lot of fans out there who's saying that this is just a Carabao Cup, this is a Mickey Mouse Cup, shouldn't take seriously, rest the players, rotate, give the youngsters some opportunities. I mean, hold on a second. Rest the players? We've only played 4 games. What are we resting players for? Do you know what I mean? This is the last week until the international break comes in. Frank has said plenty of time he wants to use this particular game, these initial games as fitness mechanism, because it's pretty much acting as a preseason scenario, and he wants to use these, the players, the key players to gain fitness back. And more than anything, this is Spurs. We shouldn't go out there and field youngsters and this is another cup that we can possibly win. We should look at all of these cups as an opportunity to win and build that winning mentality back again. None of these, it's a Carabao Cup, let's field some youngsters. No, let's go out there and win this and progress and hopefully, win the whole thing. And on top of that, we're not in a particular situation where we're playing glamorous football to rest players. And when you look at it, Werner only played 1 game, last week, which was against Liverpool, and then he didn't play against Barnsley. Kai Havertz only played half the game against Liverpool, and he couldn't play the other half. Azpilicueta has been in and out. Reece James has been in and out. Overall, pretty much the whole team has been in and out. Even Kante and Kovacic, except probably Mason Mount, he's played he's played all the games. So he's the only one that I could sort of see that maybe could get rested, but I wouldn't rest him against Spurs, because for me, this is an important match. So that's a little bit about that. Now, in regards to the formation, guys, what I would play, and I've tweeted this out as well, is 4-3-3, but more 3-3-3 in the sense that the left centre mid closer to the the middle centre mid or lone DM, you can say, more acting like a pivot, but not really a pivot, sort of one in front of the other, and the right centre mid more sort of drifting towards central position, and without the ball obviously will help out in defense. So that's my formation, 4-3-3. Now here's my lineup for the match. I'm going for a strong lineup because I'm going for the win here. I want the win against Spurs, and I want to win this particular trophy and get that winning mentality. So I'd go with Mendy in goalkeeping position. I don't want any more messing around. I want Mendy. He's the one who's been signed. I want him to start stopping some of these shots. In the right side, I'm going to go with Azpilicueta because I want a leadership sort of presence there. I want someone who can sort of G us up. Azpilicueta starts, and defensively as well, he's quite astute. And I'll tell you why, the other reason, when I go down the track as to who I've selected in the right wing position. In the centre-back, guys, I want Thiago Silva and Zuma. Thiago Silva on the right centre-back position, Zuma on the left centre-back. And I want this combination to prolong for a little bit. I want some chemistry happening in the centre-back position and this partnership and to grow. In the left back, I want Chilwell. Enough of playing Marcos Alonso. I don't think Marcos Alonso plays ever again after that whole situation that's happened with him and Frank, as I've talked about. So Chilwell has to start. He's going to give us a lot of impetus going forward, as we should look to dominate through the left side. His crossing ability is something that we need. We've already seen that he's assisted once already against Barnsley, so I want him. In the middle, in the lone DM position, I want Kante. And I don't want him to, I need him to be very disciplined here. I don't want him to just bomb up whenever he likes to. Don't want him to just run around everywhere. Needs to stay disciplined. Stays deep, and whenever there is a counter-attack threat, he pretty much helps out the defense. And if need be, if he has to go up, he needs to communicate with other midfielders that they need to cover back for him. The last thing that I want to see is sometimes Kante is so far forward that he's next to the striker, and it just baffles me. And so I want, and to be honest, let's be absolutely truthful here. It's not like Kante provides us any sort of attacking threat when he goes up. So he's far better defensively. He destroys the play. He's great at intercepting. He's a machine, and that's exactly what I want him to do in sitting deeper and just in front of the two centre backs and screening them. And for me, that would be absolutely brilliant. Now, moving forward on the left centre mid position, it will be Mason Mount for me. I know it's a little bit controversial, but I think his work ethic, his engine as well. He's another engine, just like N'Golo Kante. I want him to be on the left side and pretty much be box to box. His energy is going to be huge in this match. I know he's played a lot of matches. This is the only position that I would swap. If he doesn't play, it'll probably be Ross Barkley for me. But I would like him to play this particular match because purely for his pressing ability, his energy, and he loves that box-to-box attacking aid, and his ability to score from midfield. Long-range shots is something that he's quite capable of. So if he doesn't play, it's going to be Ross Barkley. In the right centre mid, but more sort of drifting into the number 10 area, this whole thing has to be very fluid. It doesn't have to be stuck into those positions only. They're obviously going to move around and shift around. Kai Havertz for me plays. Heaps of people are calling out that, he needs to be rested. These guys, they need that match fitness moving forward. So for me, he plays and supports the front three. His passing ability is going to be crucial in this game to opening up Spurs, right? And we know how Jose generally plays. He's probably most likely going to play more sitting back and really looking to counter us. So we need that player to find those threaded passes in between. In the left wing, it's got to be Callum Hudson-Odoi. He's already shown what he can do. Both the matches, to be honest, against Barnsley as well, when he shifted towards the left side, he looked much better. And of course, against West Brom, he was really, really dynamic. So I want to give him that opportunity. He deserves that opportunity, to be honest. In centre forward, Olivier Giroud. He's going to bring everything together. His link-up is going to be together. And I think so far, every time he's come off the bench, he's looked really hungry, obviously, except for the West Brom match. But he literally came on 5 minutes to go. Just can't really blame him on that. But I want Olivier Giroud to get the opportunity here because he will bring everything together. And in the right wing, I want to have Timo Werner. Not really right wing all the way touching the, hugging the touchline. He can sort of play closer to Olivier Giroud and just off his shoulder pretty much and link up with him. But he's just got to do a bit of a makeshift job here until we get all our wingers back. So for me, guys, that's the lineup. That's the formation that I would go with, and I want to win this match. Let me know what your thoughts are about my lineup, about my formation, about all the news that I've talked about Marcos Alonso. Do you think it's over for him? Does he play for Chelsea ever again? RubenLoftusCheek, do you think a loan move to Aston Villa is a good idea? And let's have a good discussion. If you've enjoyed this video, guys, smash the like button. If you're here for the first time, subscribe and hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Until next time, see you.